In the year 1926, George S. Clayson wrote the book The Richest Man in Babylon. The ideologies in this book are based on the principles and parables of the ancient Babylonians. Regardless of the number of decades that have passed since it was first published, the lessons from this book are still relevant today. In this video, I will share with you 10 best ideas from the book The Richest Man in Babylon. 1. Save a portion of your earnings. In the book The Richest Man in Babylon, a tale was narrated about a certain rich man, Arcad, who was invited to teach his fellow men how to amass wealth. The first lesson that Arcad taught his students was, for every 10 coins thou placest within thy purse, take out 1 for use but 9. Thy purse will start to fatten at once, and its increasing weight will feel good in thy hand and bring satisfaction to thy soul. When it comes to saving, there are 2 categories of people. The first set is those who spend first and save what is left, whereas the second kind of people save foremost and spend what is left. Almost 80% of Americans live on a paycheck. That is, they follow the first approach. Savings equals income minus expenses. However, the interpretation of the above lesson is that for every amount earned, you should learn to put out a portion, 10%, for yourself first. This concept is known as paying yourself. Many people save, but only few people pay themselves first. This book teaches us that we should learn to see the value of your work and prioritize paying yourself first. 2. Know the difference between your necessary expense and mere desires. Budget thy expenses that thou mayest have coins to pay for thy necessities, pay for thy enjoyments, and gratify your worthwhile desires without spending more than 9/10 of thy earnings. In this book, George Clayson noted that people feel like their income is not enough to cover all their expenses because they confuse necessary expenditures with desires. When you cannot differentiate between your wants and your necessities, even if you receive a higher wage, you will always be in a position where your supposed necessary expenses proliferate to equal your income. This book suggests that you will be able to separate your needs from your wants through budgeting, so that you can spend only on the things that matter and live within your means. 3. Make your money multiply. Put each coin to laboring that it may reproduce its kind, even as the flocks of the field, and help bring to thee income, a stream of wealth that shall constantly flow into thy purse. The wise Babylonians saw money as a seed, which, if planted correctly, can give you a fortune. In order to multiply your money, you must make it work for you. If you would desire to be wealthy, then you must earn beyond your income. Instead of spending money to acquire depreciating assets like cars and big houses, this book advises that you invest in assets that will appreciate, like stocks, real estate, and building a side business. These passive long-term income streams will eventually generate money for you to live off when you are no longer strong enough to work for long hours. Through the power of compound interest, the money invested will yield more money for you. 4. Increase your ability to earn. To cultivate thy powers, to study and become wiser, to become more skillful, to so act as to respect thyself. This lesson is one vital practice in the financial equation. If you want to be rich, then you must develop strategies to spend less and earn more. Experts have even suggested that it is better to focus on your earning ability than to pay attention to saving more.